Hello there, people of the internet. I went ahead and I decided to go ahead and get myself a Vetterli rifle from Royal Tiger Imports. I've gotten one of these before. This is the 80s, or this is the 7087 version, so this is the 10.4 millimeter black powder version, and not the 6.5 Carcano one. So I've gotten one of these before. I did a full-on refurbishment on the thing, but that particular one had issues. It was basically a smooth bore. The firing pin on it was broken. There was some concerns with the locking system on it. I decided to go ahead and get myself another, and even if this one's bad, then I think that between the two parts, I should be able to fashion one together that is well enough to function. Hopefully this one has a half-decent bore in it, or at least something that at least has some rifling going on in it. So what this is, Italian rifle from way back in the day whenever black powder was the main go-to cartridge. This was after muzzle loaders, like whenever they were repeating, or whenever they were, what's the word I'm looking for? Investigating repeating firearms. They kind of went to single-shot bolt-action systems, and these right here were converted with a magazine. I think they hold 4 rounds, which was a lot of firepower back then. And then smokeless powder came around, and these rifles were basically tossed to the wayside in lieu of, in this particular case, the Carcano. So, I have not seen this thing. I figured we'd go ahead and we would unwrap it together. This should be, yeah, I can already see it now. This should be the Vetterli rifle, not unless something was mixed up. Okay. Alright, yep, that is definitely a Vetterli rifle. It is as rusty and disgusting as all the other RTI guns I've ever gotten. Alright, so, this is what we are looking at. My camera does not have a screen on it. Hopefully you guys can see this thing well enough. So, first things first, I'm gonna say this is automatically better looking than the other Vetterli that I got from RTI. Definitely dirty, I will give them that. But I don't see any major cracks on the wood. As a matter of fact, the wood itself looks pretty gosh darn good. Uh-oh, that doesn't bode well. That tells me that we might have broken bolts or a piece of bolt or something. This particular one, let's see if I can find a year on it. 1883. This one does not have a rear sight on it. That's fine. I'm not exactly going to try taking these out to any real distance. We have this. This looks like a piece of leather or cloth or something that was probably put between the barrel and the stock to kind of make it a little bit more solid. That would be my bet. We got the Ethiopian, well, what would you call it? Wire wheel grinding. You can see that very clearly on the finish on this rifle. So it looks like they started grinding on it and then stopped because they didn't want to mess it up too much. Definitely got some rust, but I have seen worse. Let's see what happens if we try to open this. Ah, she actually opened. Look at that. Okay, inside. Inside doesn't look bad at all. Making sure there's nothing inside the chamber. No, there is nothing inside the chamber. I'm very doubtful that there would be anything inside the chamber, but you never know. The big issue with these Vetterli rifles is the actual locking piece right here is a separate piece from the bolt. And the locking system right here has issues with cracking. That's where your Vetterli rifles have problems. I don't see any cracks here. I will have to get like more in depth with that, but I don't see any cracks there. Let's see if it actually functions. Pull the trigger. Well, she kind of functions. I'm willing to bet that there's probably some funk inside there that needs to be cleaned out. But the sear does drop. Kinda. It's pretty weak. I'll see what I can do with that, I guess. Alright, let me grab my bore scope and we'll have a look and see if there's any rifling in this thing. Alright, this is something I'm gonna have to do off camera. I just won't be able to show you guys. So let me shove this light in right here, turn it on, and now I can look down the barrel. Oh my goodness, there's actually rifling in this thing. Oh hell yeah, actually this bore looks really good. It looks like it's been counterbored. Like, it comes up to a certain point, probably about 3 inches towards the end of the barrel, and then the barrel widens a bit and there's no rifling. It looks exactly like a counterbore. Well, that is interesting and a good sign. That means that if I get this particular one up and going, it probably is going to function. Assuming that it's got a working firing pin, we might have something here. I got myself another one of these with the impression I was going to have to do another refurbishment, but I won't lie. Like, I might just clean off the rust on this thing and clean up the wood a bit and whatnot, but this thing is not bad at all. So 1883, that's a good year of production. That is right before smokeless powder actually ended up getting put into service by the French. Very interesting. I'm just looking over the wood on this thing. Like, we're exploring this thing together. So, all in all, I gotta say I am pleased with it. This right here is a little bit of concern, how loose this particular bolt is. It looks like it's not loose whenever the caulking piece is caulked. I gotta get in there, just check out the internals, see what everything looks like. As a matter of fact, I think that... Oh, wait, no. I cannot do that on YouTube. YouTube's like, no, man, you can't take apart guns on YouTube. So, I'll have to do that on my own time. Anyway, here it is. Very pleased. They were having some kind of sale. It was like $150 for this rifle. These are antiques, so they ship right to your door, so no complaints from me. It would be really cool to get one of these up and going and like take it deer hunting. I feel like that would be a really fun time. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, share. Description below has a link to all sorts of stuff. Go check it out. I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Been a little while since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. Poor man's Garen. It's a shame that bolt-action shotguns aren't more mainstream.